Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you the 5 mistakes that must be avoided during the slicing process of your 3D print in Chitubox. Well, I have learned these from my own mistakes in last couple of years and I really want you guys to avoid these mistakes. Without further ado, let's get started. The first general mistake people make is they put their part directly on the build plate or the printing area. Let me show you what I mean. Like this. I know it sounds kind of smart because you can save some of your resin by not putting some supports, but the surface which is directly touching the build plate will be rough and extremely hard to remove. If you have a bigger part, it could even break. On the other hand, supporting material is not so hard to remove. It's not very sticky, so be careful and know your risk before putting your part directly to the build plate. Second mistake is the manipulation of exposure times. I know some guys who will reduce the exposure times by a few seconds to save the printing time and LCD usage, but it will highly affect the strength of your 3D print. If you are building a quick prototype and you know that you would scrap it eventually, then somehow it makes sense. Otherwise, to print a fully functional 3D part, keep your exposure time to its maximum value. And also don't forget to add your printer. Currently I'm using Creality. Before I was using Elegoo Mars. So keep your printer settings to its optimum values. The third mistake I have on my list is putting supports too small and too close to the part. As you can see in this part, there are only 2 supports and they are extremely small. Their base is almost touching the part. The print is bound to end up in a mess and the print quality will be a disaster. Always make sure that you have a Z lift height of 5 millimeters. So right now it's 0 and it's completely touching the build plate, and we don't want that, as we discussed in the first mistake. So make sure you have a minimum of 5 millimeter of Z height. So let me show you what I mean. So when we put supports, it will automatically lift the part by 5 millimeters, and we have even supports throughout the part, so this is acceptable. So make sure you always keep a Z lift height of 5 millimeters. The fourth mistake people make, and I am guilty of it too, is to assume our printers to be perfect. They think if they print something to be 10 millimeters and it will actually be printed as 10 millimeters, but we all know that doesn't happen. There will always be an error. So before doing any designing project, know your printer's error value and adjust its calibration. So for example, these 2 extensions are supposed to go inside these holes, and if I don't correct my printer's calibration accordingly, it will end up in a bad part because I don't know the error value. The fifth and last mistake that I really want to point out is the orientation of your part and leaving the overhangs unattended. Like other newbies, I also trusted Chitubox automated supporting system, but it doesn't provide a lot of value. It's not always correct. So always check for overhangs and islands. For example, in this part, you guys can see there is no support for this overhang on the side. So make sure you put additional supports from the right side, like I'm going to do now, like this, on the both sides. Yeah, that's good now. That's pretty much it from my side. So guys, don't repeat these mistakes. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you did, please do like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.